What is going on, me old gaming darlings? This is RyuGamer88 coming to you with another video recording of gaming content. And if you haven't noticed in the background, and of course Captain Obvious with the title of this video, we are going to be playing The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. This was personally one of my favourite games growing up, especially through on the original Nintendo 64. And I've definitely have fond memories. If without shadow of a doubt, everyone has their own opinion, but I personally feel that The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time was the best and my most favourite in the whole franchise of from Nintendo. So they definitely have their 5 out of 5 stars for that. I was about to say 5 out of 10, but that's quite abruptly rude. But anyways, less waffling and more gaming. But before I do so, I will be reading out through some of the text placed in this, so that of course if it's not too readable, then of course, well, I can't see why not, but of course you'll be able to hear clearly of what's going on through, and there will be some minor criticisms, only just for humour, so please do mind the comments. It is only just for laughs. That's what we're all part of, this gaming community. So without shadow of a doubt, less waffling and actually more gaming. In the vast deep forest of Hyrule, long have I served as the guardian spirit. I am known as the Deku Tree. Very nice. The children of the forest, the Kokiri, live here with me. Each Kokiri has his or her own guardian fairy. But hold on. If that's Link sleeping, why the fuck is his eyes opened? It's like as if he's having a seizure right there. And obvious blinking as well. Spoiler alert, these are some of the scenes that you probably experience through when we collect the 3 power stones, and of course we get into this cutscene during later on in the game. And our first actual introduction through with Ganondorf. But obviously more in detail will go on. Navi, Navi, where art thou? Come hither. Oh, Navi the fairy, listen to my words, the words of the Deku Tree. Dost thou sense it? The climate of evil descending upon this realm. Malevolent forces, even now, are mustering to attack our land of Hyrule. For so long, the Kokiri Forest, the source of life, has stood as a barrier, deterring outsiders and maintaining the order of the world. But before this tremendous evil power, even my power is as nothing. It seems that the time has come for the boy without a fairy to begin his journey. Well, I'm not sure whether I want to call that good timing or bad timing, because the poor mite's going to go experiencing a lot, and he may need some Hyrulean counselling. Obviously the Hyrulean counselling doesn't actually come with the game, but you get my drift. The youth whose destiny it is to lead Hyrule to the path of justice and truth. I do wonder if they actually get some Shakespeare in that. Navi, go now. Find our young friend and guide him to me. I do not have much time left. Fly, Navi, fly! The fate of the forest, nay, the world depends upon thee. For a tree that doesn't move his mouth, he said a lot. All that word and less movement of the mouth. Again, Nintendo have done a really good rendering upgrade with this, and I suppose that this helps quite a bit with the Nintendo Switch 2. But I can't see any slack or laziness. Speaking of which, could you imagine if they did a VR version of flying through what Navi's doing? It'd be quite funny, actually, and quite interesting. Hey, Nintendo can even accept that idea if they're watching this. Yes, you can actually physically wake up, Link. Stop blinking like as if you are sleeping. Hello, RyuGamer88. Wake up! The great Deku Tree wants to talk to you. RyuGamer88, get up! And by the way, I am not doing a high-pitched voice like Navi has originally got. Not a chance. Maybe I should give it a try. Hey! Come on! Actually, that's a lot better. What do you think? Drop a comment down below. Or if you want me to shut up, just still drop a comment. But be nice. Can Hyrule's destiny really depend on such a lazy boy? A bit flipping harsh. I'd say someone for those who don't know how to shut his eyes properly. You finally woke up! I'm Navi the fairy! The great Deku Tree asked me to be your partner from now on. Nice to meet you! The great Deku Tree has summoned you, so let's get going right now! Talk about getting in a hurry. From walking from a particular sleep to... I don't know. So for those of you who are quite new to the game, just to introduce it through. So obviously you move around here with the analog stick. And of course... the C buttons, or the C arrows that you can see out there, I'm thinking that this is relating to the right analog stick, but obviously time will tell on that one. And of course, if you was to hit the pause button, of course it would be the traditional plus button here, scrolling on through. And of course the ZL and the ZR triggers are now, interestingly, ZL is the scroll left. But if you was to go right, it's the R button, which makes no sense, Nintendo. Can you explain that to me? But anyways. Anyways, without further ado, we best get going before Navi gets really upset with us. And here we are in this starting open world of Kokiri Forest. Yahoo! Hi, RyuGamer88! Nice little introduction here. I wonder if our little friend Link here did actually do this drawing. And what's quite surprisingly is that that's the fairy. And then here you've got like a knight. And what looks to be like the dinosaur. Spoiler alert, I think this is reminiscent in regards to the fight we have with our final fight with Ganondorf. Or shall I say Ganon, but we're going through in here. What do you want, Navi? The great Deku Tree has summoned you. Please come with me. Well, learn to be patient, you little Wow, a fairy! Great emphasis on that one. Finally, a fairy came to you! RyuGamer88! Could you imagine if somebody was given a number for a name? Oh, hey ho. Wow, that's great news! I'm so happy for you! So for those of you who don't know, that is Saria. Of course, when you sort of grown up through the Kokiri Forest, she's actually your best friend throughout the game, or who you built the closest relationship with. Is that right? The Great Deku Tree has summoned you? It's quite an honour to talk to the Great Deku Tree. I'll wait for you here. Get going. Go see the Great Deku Tree. So we try to go to the Great Deku Tree, but however we get bombarded and stopped. Hey you, Mr. No Fairy, what's your business with the Great Deku Tree? Without a fairy, you're not even a real man. What? You've got a fairy? Say what? That Great Deku Tree actually summoned you? Well, if he had not paid attention to the last few minutes, then clearly he's got a fairy. Why would he summon you and not the great Mido? Because you're not so great. This isn't funny. Well, it's true. I don't believe it. You aren't even fully equipped yet. How do you think you're going to help the Great Deku Tree without both a sword and a shield ready? What? You're right. I don't have my equipment ready. But if you want to pass through here, you should at least equip a sword and a shield. Sheesh. Obviously, there was a little bit of an unwelcoming message, but before we can actually get to the Great Deku Tree, we do actually need to get a Kokiri Sword and Deku Shield. Now, there's ways about going to get the Deku Shield, because as we go in here, is that the shop? It probably might be the building beforehand, but it'll be a great start to start collecting rupees here, because there's like 4 chests to open. So far we've collected 6, which ain't bad really for beginner riches. And I think the other one's going to be another 1 rupee. Mind you, guys, I don't condone thieving in the game. It's very bad. Bad influence on Linky here. Oh no, apparently that wasn't a rupee, that was just a recovery heart. Stealing someone's heart. Not taking that literate. But anyways, there's nothing else to collect here, so of course we're done out of Mido's house. And I think that's the shop right there. Bloody hell, talk about being weak at the arms of pulling grass. So this one's Saria's house. Great tip advisory as well, if you are low in health after taking a little bit of damage with the trying to get to the Deku Shield, if that should so happen, by all means, go into Saria's house and collect some hearts. Whether they will reappear when we go from in and out of a different scene is a different matter. Oh, hello. My sister took some rupees and went shopping at the store that has a red roof. Tee-hee! Speaking of rupees, a green one is worth 1, a blue one is worth 5, and a red one is worth 20. Hee-hee! Learn to pick up the pot, Link. Well, where did that blue one go? Wow. So we've just missed out of earning 5 rupees because of that glitch stunt. House of Twins. Well, it'd be nice to know what the twins' names were. Who am I to judge? Tip of the day, if you're doing these stepping stones, you sometimes can actually pick up random rupees. It doesn't happen all the time, but it's worth every opportunity you can do. Hi RyuGamer88, look this way! Look over here with the Z and talk to me with A! So with the controller, if what we've been through, if you use ZL, hold it down and then of course hit the A button to be able to sort of target speed. Yes, yes, that's how you use a fairy. It's so great that you finally have a fairy partner. I'll teach you how to talk to people using your fairy. I don't think we need a fairy just for talking. When a fairy flies near a person or thing, press Z to look in that direction. If you use Z targeting, you can talk to people from a distance, like we're doing now. When you have nothing that you can target, you can press Z just to look forward. Bloody hell, that was bad reading. Try it! So obviously that is for when you go to targeting, and then of course to come out of the targeting when you come something nearby, just click on the ZL button again, and it'll take you off. Holding it down, you do have that sort of your typical stance of side jumping for defense maneuvers. So here we are in the Kokiri shop, and then there is the other twin right there. And here we have a dwarf of some sort. Somebody get that guy a chair for the love of God. Welcome! Shop around by moving the left or right analog stick. Well, by left or right analog stick, I meant like with the left analog stick, just use left or right. So obviously, as we can see here, it will cost you 40 rupees, and it could take a little bit of time to sort of to collect all of that up. But of course, there is another way. If you don't feel like collecting rupees, there is another way, and I'll show you. Once equipped, you can defend with the R button. If set on fire, it will burn. Well, clearly, that's a bit of an obvious statement. No, I can't buy it. There's a bit of forced salesmanship here. I think I should have pressed B on that one, to be fair. Talk to the owner. We sell shields, but not swords. Well, that's funny because I can't see any swords. And what's the point of having arrows if you don't sell bows? It's a bit of a blooming useless shop anyway. This shop, it sells things you can get in the forest for free. Tee-hee. Well, guy's got to make a living. There's no way he's going to try and get food for free. I don't know. Do you know how to use the Deku Shield? Tee-hee. When you get the shield, press start to get into the sub-screen and select equipment sub-screen with Z or R. It's basically telling us how to sort of get into the menu and to allocate the shield, if it hasn't done it already for you. On the equipment screen, choose the item you want to equip and press the A button to equip that item. Once you equip it, hold it up with R and change its angle with the analog stick. Tee-hee! So you can actually analog control the shield when you hold down the R button, which is quite nice if you're trying to angle your defense. I wonder if the pots come back. Well, the hearts came back, but not the pots. I've just realised that I've gone into the wrong house for that. Oh, that's not very good. And no, they already stay open. Such a shame. I think it's done back at the other house before. Not Saria's house, but the twins' house. Where clearly, I believe there's still pots there, if they do come back. Ooh, and believe it or not, they have. And so has the money. Nice. Only just the money. 6 rupees. Well, I suppose it's better than nothing. We haven't been in that house up there, so I think we should try and pay a visit up here. And whose house is this? Definitely not Big Mama's house. House of the Know-It-All Brothers. That's definitely not Paul, Logan, Paul, and oh, for God's sake. The Logan, the Paul brothers. That's where I was coming from with that. That's definitely not the Paul brothers. I can teach you about the icons at the top of the screen. Above the yellow icons, about the blue icon. What about the yellow icons? The 3 yellow icons in the upper right are called C icons. They display the things that you can use with the left, down and right buttons. Once you get a C button item, go into that select item subscreen and set it to one of the 3 C buttons. So obviously the blue, I mean we can go through that dialogue if you want, we might as well do it just for the sake of it. But obviously talking about the blue button is going to be completely obvious. He's going to talk about that next button here. So the blue icon at the top of the screen is called the action button or action icon. This action icon shows you what an action will perform when you press A. Easily because we're pressing it. Stop in many spots to see the different things you could do. Not everything you do needs the A button, especially in real life. Take that into consideration, me old gaming darlings. Do you want to know how to use the up button? And why would I want to know that? If you press up, you can change your view. So this is basically going to like verse view. So in the case of using the up button, all you got to do is use the right analog stick, slap it to up, and then of course use the left analog stick to sort of give a first view camera action to sort of see where you got to go. I believe I got that right. But also, when Navi's name flashes up, then of course you use the up button to sort of listen into her. But in the case of you're in a house, you get the option of view of seeing this in like an isometric view, or even at ground level. Don't think there was any other pots here, but let's listen to what we've got for the other brother. If you want to learn about the map and items, just ask me, but don't ask useless unless... oh dear, dry throat there. But don't ask unless you want to hear a long explanation. What do you want to know about? About the map? About the items? Don't ask. To save time on this, I'm just going to help with the don't ask. Well, just remember this. If you want to save, press start to get into the subscreens, then press B. I wonder if they all have a conversation between each other if they know something or not. Honestly. What a triple pair of... Honestly. The Forest Training Centre. Don't recklessly cut signs, read them carefully. I believe in this way. I believe in this way, in the direction that we're going for, is that this is the way to go for the Kokiri Sword. But obviously the signpost here that you see, they obviously give us techniques on how to sort of use the Kokiri Sword. Obviously, when you get to sort of having to crawl through holes, just go right up to it and press the A button for when it says check or crawl or even enter. Viewpoint with targeting. When you have no object to look at, you can just look forward with the Z. Stop moving and then change the direction you are facing, or hold down Z for a little while. This can help you get oriented in the direction you want to face. It's quite convenient. It's very convenient actually, to be fair. If you hold down the Z, you can walk sideways while facing straight ahead. Walking sideways can be a very important technique in dungeon corridors. Turn around and try doing this right now. So be mindful when going through this, because there is a boulder that rolls around in a circle. And we've come towards our very first big chest, and I wonder what this entails. I believe it's the Kokiri Sword. Oh yeah! You got the Kokiri Sword. On the equipment subscreen, select it with the cursor and equip it with A. This is a hidden treasure of the Kokiri, but you can borrow it for a while. Be sure to practice with it before you really fight. So of course, as we go through, just pressing the pause button and just go to the equipment section, highlight throw on the sword, press A to equip it, and then of course hit the start button again to go for it. And of course it is the B button. So obviously put your sword, well, attack with your sword, not put your sword. It's terrible. There's 5 rupees right there. And I think, to be fair, me old gaming darlings, I think we're getting quite close to the 40 rupees that we need to be able to, well, get the Deku Shield. Only another 3 to go, so we're not really that far off. And what comes in handy as well is that with the Kokiri Sword now that we have, if we decided to cut some grass, there's a good chance that we may pick up a heart or a sea item or even rupees as well. Just like that, for example. Doesn't always occur, but it's just a case of being lucky. Oh dear, didn't mean to chop that sign. I don't even think that you can actually read it. No, you certainly can't read after chopping down the signs. Before anyone asks, no, we're not going to try practicing stabbing the Kokiri. So obviously Sara's a little bit pissed at because Mido won't let us through. But obviously she dislikes him. And it's not just us, he's mean to everyone. Even though that he is telling the facts. The facts? Even though he's telling facts. Ah, so that is the case. Sorry. Beg my pardon, me old darling. So just to correct myself on is that you cannot just collect a Deku Shield. I'm sure if that was the case. Apologies for getting that wrong. You can only buy it. But with only 2 rupees to go, I'd say that we're not that far off. Nice, and we've just decided to get 2 rupees straight off the spot. Can't complain there. And here we go with another 5 rupees. I wish it was that easy to to collect money like that in real life, but obviously it's not the case. It really isn't. I don't think we can go through up here just yet, and we have to take some time. Oh. Well, apparently so we can. And it's the Lost Woods. Well, I'm feeling a little bit brave to actually try this. Tip of the day as well. If you want to know what's going to take you right at the beginning, then if you go to somewhere like this, like any of the wooden tunnels, if it takes you to a scene like that, you're going to go straight to the beginning. Otherwise, the game will show more of a bigger screen like this to help prove that you're heading to the right direction. Unfortunately, we don't have a slingshot, a Deku slingshot to be able to play the game. So of course that comes in later on. I can't remember where this leads to, but I don't think you can even go that far. But believe it or not, this is the first time we enter into Korin City, if you want to put it like that. But of course, this won't come about until much later in the game. So, if we go left through here, where will this take us? No, that will take us back to the beginning. And believe it or not, guys, this is another entry point for a shortcut if you wanted to go into Zora's Domain. But because we don't have, I believe it's Zora's Domain, but if we don't have the diving gill, you won't be able to access this. So this, of course, is another point to sort of come through later on in the game. I don't think there's much else to check really in the Lost Woods until much later on. This area here. Oh! come out. I don't think we can sling the Deku. No, we can't. Gosh darn it. But I think Lost Woods in general, we ain't going to be able to do much with this until much later on in the game. So let's go back to the shop and actually get our Deku Shield. I don't think there's anything. No, we can't. Oh, that's a shame. It probably would have helped with the rupee collecting if we actually did the if we trailed that bridge. But considering that we've only got half of our 1 heart damage, I think it's best to say that we should actually top ourselves up with hearts before we get the Deku Shield. And for the sake of it, we'll get that 5 rupee just so that, yep, we've actually gone and done it. Careful, Link. And with our hard-earned 40 rupees, we get our Deku Shield. Now that Mido's got to let us in. Further advance warning, I'm not going to do any more female pitch voices because I feel 1, rather silly, and 2, it's already started to take a drying effect on my vocal, so I'd rather just talk normal. I think that's just a safe bet. No, I think we're all good. So let's crack on with the gaming, me old gaming darlings. If you want to pass through here, you should at least equip the sword and shield. Oh yeah, silly old goose I am. One has forgotten to equip the shield for Deku Shield. So again, go to the equipment, select the shield, and it's there. Now he's got to let us through. If you want to see the great Deku Tree, you should at least equip a sword and shield. Eh? What's that? Oh, you have a Deku Shield. And what's that? Is that the Kokiri Sword? Good grief. Seriously, this guy has got issues. Social issues. God, if I was as strong as anything, I'd take the Deku Tree and shove it up his backside. I, the great Mido, will never accept you as one of us. Shoot, how did you get to be the favourite of Saria and the great Deku Tree? Ha! Grumble, grumble. Clearly, he has a secret liking to Saria from the sounds of it, and he's trying to beat all the dogs' what's-its out of it. So as he's starting to let us through, we are going to come across a couple of minor enemies. And if ever you wanted to know, well, first and foremost, we've got a Deku Stick. This comes in handy for long close range combat. And I say long close range, obviously it's not bow and arrow, but the type of thing is that it's like a lance type weapon. So it does help on that, but it can break if you use it one too many times. At the same time as well, You can use this in handy for the heat torch missions. But it will decrease in number, so it's not going to stay around forever. Once it's heated, you know, the heat's on it, you will be timed before it becomes obsolete. But with Deku sticks, you can only hold up to 10. And to be able to equip them, all you've got to do is just hit the pause button. And instead of equipment, you have to go all the way to selecting the item, hit on either down, left, or right. I normally always start from left and go all the way to the right. That's just my OCD thing. And then, of course, that helps with the reference of equipping. And then, of course, we can go back by pressing the start button. But if you ever wanted to find out what type of enemy you're dealing with, hold the Z button and hit the C up direction just to where Navi speaks, and you get that information to say that what you're dealing with. And these are Deku Barbers. Now that type is obviously, they automatically become a stick. They're not going to attack you when they're in that formation. The only time that they do damage to you is, of course, when you touch them. That's it. And quite clearly, that's just a beat me to it. There was a full fight. Oh, I've got this guy here. And by the way, the Deku Barbers do respawn. So we're going to go into a cutscene with the Deku Tree. Great Deku Tree, I'm back! And you can tell by that texture that he's sort of withering away a little bit. He's not well, the poor Oh, Navi, thou hast returned. RyuGamer88, welcome. Listen carefully to what I, the Deku Tree, am about to tell thee. Thy slumber these past moons must have been restless and full of nightmares. As the servants of evil gain strength, a vile climate pervades the land and causes nightmares to those sensitive to it. Verily, thou hast felt it. RyuGamer88, the time has come to test thy courage. I have been cursed. I need you to break the curse with your wisdom and courage. Dost thou have courage enough to undertake this task? Like I have a choice? Like we have a choice? And the answer to that is yes. Then enter, brave RyuGamer88, and thou too, Navi. Navi the fairy, thou must aid RyuGamer88. And RyuGamer88, when Navi speaks, use the up C button to listen well to her words of wisdom. So we've also seen a few extra Deku Barbers around, so it'd be quite wise to stock up before going in. Though surprisingly, there's only one on either side. You would have thought that there'd be a little bit more. So obviously, of course, well, you see those little funny looking tombstones there. We need a particular item to be able to read them, and I'll go into a bit more when we go on to a future video. Where are you going, Link? And there we have mixed our top up through with the Deku sticks. Now, I'm going to cut it off from here because the next episode, we're going to base this through on our time with the Deku Tree dungeon. And of course, if you did like this video, me old gaming darlings, hit that like button because you definitely do not want to miss the next episode of when we play Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. So of course, until next time, me old gaming darlings, take care and all the best. Ta-da!